Well, it seems like a team Farmsletje managed to go and actually grab the first victory in the second game, even after the early mayhem of the 4 ACUs exploding in the mid lane. But hey, that map was more about the macro, and this one here honestly looks like it's gonna be a little bit more about the chaos, especially as the M28 players in this game are gonna be, well, not in the same team, but rather one team in the north and one team in the south. Here, as we can see, is gonna be the M28, and we can already see that the Cracker, the Cybern player, is already going for the early T1 bomber from the first factory. Navin playing Aeon, gonna play it safe. And let's see what's happening at the north. Yep, exactly the same thing. As we can see, that Forehammer is also gonna go for the early T1 bomber. And the Yara is gonna go and play it safe. So the Aeon players from the M28 playing it slow and steady. Meanwhile, their friendly Cybern players, well, they do have some stuff in the bag. And I have to say, I really wanna see how will it play out for them. Especially as their target, Mr. Derp, is most likely not gonna have a single MA available, as he went also first bomber, which have been given to farms, and here comes the bombs. They're gonna go for the enemy T1 power generators. So we will see if the M28 can deal with it or not. Actually, no, not like that. Let's do it like that, because the other one is also going for the bomber, so we will see who's gonna deal more damage. This bomber is unfortunately not getting any value here, as Derp is repairing his own units. I mean pigeons. Meanwhile, this one here actually already managed to go and kill 2 of the opposing engineers, so it seems like Blinchik is gonna take more damage here compared to his opponent, especially as Derp will only lose 2 T1 pigeons, and all his build power is still gonna be available as the engineer is alive and well. And now here comes the 2 archers from the... Oh no, the bombs are being dropped and the engine is gonna go and fall down. So yep, it seems like they're also took quite some damage. Meanwhile, on the right flank, it seems like the Zeus T1 bomber managed to go and kill 3 T1 engineers, all of them belonging to Blinchik. So the poor guy is already getting hammered. And that's not gonna be the end of this song, because looky here. The bomber built by Derp is still alive and available, although it nearly died versus the M28 forces. Only 18 HP remaining, but still, he might be capable of getting a few more kills here. Now the Zeus bomber is coming back from the M28. He's gonna go and drop bombs. Nope, no bombs are gonna get dropped, as the archers are gonna go and shut it down. And already 3 minutes into the game, we have the T1 frigates from Nuggets. The Trident class already going to go and look for the targets on the mid lane, as already the reclaim here is getting recovered by Nuggets from the T1 engineer. How much is there on the map? 16,000, most of them in these little pockets of mass here, as you can see. And I didn't speak about the map at all, so yeah, this is gonna be the adaptive slices, as you can see, because we have 1 slice, second, third one, fourth one, etc, etc. And other than that, it seems like our players are really recognizing the fact that they have to go and use a few more ACUs to go and deal with the opposing M28 players. So yep, we have Chap, who is the air player, playing Aeon, Daily playing UEF, and then Blinchik playing Seraphim, all moving their 3 ACUs towards the pink M28 players to go and deal with them, which is a very good choice. After all, the faster you kill them, the faster you will grab all the mass and the mass extraction points from this position, so that's gonna be very important. It seems like the team Farmsletje have the same idea. As we can see, Farms playing UEF, FTX Commando playing Aeon, and then Derp playing Seraphim are also gonna move all their 3 ACUs towards the front line versus the green M28 players, although it seems like the M28 already finished building a bunch of T1 PDs to go and, well, make sure that the ACUs cannot go and push in forward. So thankfully, it does seem like Farmsletje already have the gun upgrade being produced, so yeah, they will have the answer versus the enemy T1 PDs. So hopefully they're gonna go and clean up the M28 forces this time around, unlike in the first game, which is most likely what cost them the victory there. On the mid lane of the pond, we have the T1 submarines exchanging shots, as we can see, as the slivers from both Nuggets and Natron are gonna fight over the control here. So Natron do have a few more of them, meaning he should be able to actually go and grab control over the mid pond. But here comes the units from Blinchik, so it's now gonna be 3 versus 3. And let's see if the torpedo defense on the Soistul, the Seraphim T1 submarine, is gonna make the difference or not. Torpedo upgrade started up by Natron, which is a great choice for early aggression here, as we can see. After all, you can just move in your ACU in here and just lock down the wall enemy position, all the factories and everything, from building any units at all with your ACU here. Gun upgrade and another pair being built by Delhi, who will be the one leading the spearhead of the forces versus the M28 on the bottom part of the map. While at the same time, it seems like FTX Commando and Farmsletje, together with Derp, are already pushing with the 3 ACUs. The trifecta of the team Farmsletje is just not gonna stop. They're gonna go and raise the M28 base from existing here. As we can see, the mexes and factories getting undone shot after shot. Yare, the M28 Aeon ACU, also coming under fire from the 3 enemy ACUs, meaning it will most likely go and die as long as the ACUs from the team farm is gonna keep on chasing him. FTX Commando is the one taking the damage, but the big problem is that Farmsletje is unfortunately unable to go and shoot back versus the units. They're also coming closer and closer, and with the 4 hammers we will be having the gun upgrade finish. It seems like those 2 ACUs from Deb and FTX Commando are not gonna be able to deal with them. Thankfully, Farmsletje recognizes the fact that this is gonna be quite problematic. He will leave the Aeon base alone, and instead he will go and focus on the 4 hammer on the bottom side. On the other hand, on the south side of the map, it seems like things are a tad bit slower, as Delhi is taking his sweet time to go and deal with the opposing forces, so yes. Although the Cracker, the M28 Cyber ACU, is also dropping lower and lower. Only 4000 HP remaining, but it seems like the 4 hammer is gonna go and explode on the other side of the map, as the team Farmsletje actually managed to go and get the first kill of the game. As such, there is only the Yara M28 Aeon player remaining on the north position. So let's see if they can actually go and finish him off on time. After all, killing this guy will mean that there will be no one to go and stop the team Farmsletje from taking control over the whole north side of the map. So let's see, what is they gonna do? Okay, it seems like they actually let Cracker AI run away, which is kind of a sad thing to happen. After all, he still have the gun available, meaning he can go and kill a lot of enemy T1 units here, as we can see. Especially if he will grab a few upgrades, or the veterancy upgrades, it will spell a little trouble. Although it seems like Delhi will now not let him run away, as he is gonna go and keep on chasing with his own ACU versus the Cracker. 1000 HP remaining, 800, 500, 400, and well, kaboom, baby, here is the second kill of the game. Oh, this is getting quite as hard to go and watch as the first game, as we have explosions all over the map. And now it also seems like the other AI on the top side is also gonna die, as the Farmsletje is just not stopping here. As the other Yara AMI, the Aeon player, is also gone from the game. And now there is nothing else to go and stop Team Farmsletje from actually grabbing the control, or should I say grabbing the reins over this game. As unfortunately Nuggets alone will be unable to go and stop Team Farmsletje from grabbing control over everything up north from this line here. At the same time, it seems like the M28 player is somehow gonna go and make it out alive, as Delhi is not gonna catch him. The Aeon player is actually gonna go and run away. What a big mistake, because right now the M28 can just go and save his ACU and start rebuilding the base around this corner here, meaning that the team Farmsletje will actually have much more map control available. At the same time, it seems while we were looking at the ACUs dying left and right, Team Farmsletje had the FTX Commando go for the T2 air switch, as he is going for the Swifties and torpedo bombers, which seems to have cleared out all of the naval fleet belonging to the Team Nuggets, meaning that now the Natron, with his ACU and frigates, can basically go and landlock the Blinchik, as he just lost his T2 HQ and now he will lose all the remaining build power from his naval base, leaving the only player in the Team Nuggets in the water being the team captain himself. As such, it's gonna be very important to go and keep these factories alive and running, as the moment they go and fall off, it will most likely spell the doom of the Team Nuggets, as naval units are very important in this game. After all, the Salems can just come here, sprout out the legs and just come ashore and destroy every base belonging to his opponents. Not to mention, just by simply standing around in these positions, they can go and shell this position here, so the air grid is gonna be gone, your T2 Maxes are gonna be gone, so yes, it's gonna be very important to go and deal with this. The T2 torpedo bomber is gonna go and get the enemy Salem class destroyer to half HP, as we can see that Nuggets is actually having a very hard time staying alive. Thankfully, he managed to go and finish producing his Siren class cruiser. As such, he is gonna be fine for a little while longer. It seems like there was some really bad luck in the game, although it seems it had been fixed. Or maybe not. It wasn't fixed as the game was paused again, but thankfully we are watching the live replay, so we don't have to go and wait for the players to resolve their connection problems. But yeah, Natron going in is most likely a suicide play here to have him get removed from the game, as he is apparently the one lagging, if I saw properly in the chat. And yes, that is what is happening, and that's why Natron is moving with his ACU towards the build power belonging to the Team Nuggets, as this ACU can just go and suicide bomb all the build power, and after that it will make it so much easier to just go and push in with the remaining forces from Nuggets and from FTX Commando, also and from Farmslecie. Also, big play here by Derp, getting the region aura upgrade, and when he gets the double region upgrade, his ACU will make the ships and all T2 units very tanky. Like currently, the Salem class destroyer have what? 6,500 HP? Well, after the region aura is completed, this Salem class will have 8,500 HP and also 60 region per second, meaning it's gonna be night impossible to kill it. And here is the bomb play here, as the Natron is gonna use his ACU to not only go and kill the enemy ships, but also to remove all of the build power available to Nuggets. Meaning that these factories right now are gonna have a very hard time fighting off the incoming enemy forces. There might be 3 Salems ready, but one of them is nearly dead, so the question is, can the Riptides close in the gap and actually kill it off? They are seemingly getting close, opening the fires, the Gatling is firing away, as the Salem class is gonna go and sink down to the bottom of the sea. Now only 2 destroyers remaining. One on only 60% HP, as the Riptides are ripping a new one to Nuggets, as his naval force is unfortunately falling around, flailing, trying to go and get rid of enemy units, but the Riptides are unrelenting. There is spectral gunships coming in from chat, also some skimmer torpedo bombers to go and clean out the enemy destroyer here, as we can see. So yep, the destroyer gonna lose a lot of HP, but still, this is not gonna be enough, especially as FTX Commando still contains the air control, as we can see as he went for the Swifties, the T2 combat fighters from the Aeon faction, as we will see no ASF in here. So yes, we have an airfight happening, the red triangles are most likely gonna go and shut down all the units belonging to Chap, as the amount of Swifties available to his opponent was simply too much. Even though he had a great turn, the sheer number of units available to his opponents is unfortunately gonna be enough to go and get him shot down from the sky. The T2 HQ is gone, the support factories are also gone, and now the Riptide can actually go and launch naval invasion from the sea towards the land. As such, Nuggets is gonna have a lot of troubles here. It seems like Blinchik is actually getting back into the naval game. He have the T2 factory finished, as he is producing this... I forgot how this thing is called, but yeah, basically he is producing the destroyers, and here we have the recall vote coming out for the Team Nuggets, 2-1. So the question is, are they gonna recall it or not? But with the state of the game, it's gonna be very, very hard for them to recover. It seems like Nuggets already, well, give up. He gave all of his units and factories towards Jump, as his ASU is basically AFK, as he can do nothing against the enemy destroyers and the Riptides. The push from farms is still not stopping, as Blinching is trying to go and try to mold some kind of defensive positions, but unfortunately it seems like he's gonna get overrun. The Riptides are gonna meet enemy Riptides, but the problem is there is so much more of them available for the red players, as the team Farmsletje is pushing in deeper and deeper. Unfortunately, the Ushavoch T2 destroyer is most likely gonna get shot down, as he only have 1k HP remaining. And yes, he will have to go and fall back. All of the damage have been done. Half the build power for Blinching have been removed. And with the Derp ACU coming closer and closer with the region aura, we can see the Salamcast destroyers sprouting back to full HP in no time. And now the cruisers also being deployed by Derp. The position for Blinching is now gonna be tragic, as he have found himself between the rock and a hard place. Just look at these factories getting wrecked from far, far away, as while his Ushavoch destroyers might go and push back the enemy forces from the strait. There is basically nothing he can do versus the TML missiles being launched one after another by the cruisers belonging to Derp, as the meme commander himself is coming here to go and knock on the doors of the base belonging to Blinching, as the ASU is proving really, really valuable here, boosting the HP and region of all the units belonging to the Farmsletje army, as Derp is also using his ASU to basically go and steal all the reclaim here, even dropping engineers to go and secure it, as there is still 5,000 reclaim available, which is basically still a full T2 destroyers available in the wreckage mass. The Riptides from Delhi and Blinching are still doing really good job at well, not allowing his opponents to cross this strait. But unfortunately, with the Spectre gunships coming in from FX Commando, it seems like the cruisers are gonna get forced. As the response, the destroyers, the Ushavoch is nearly on half HP. He will have to go and deep down inside the water. He will still take some damage, as FX Commando was actually ground firing the destroyer. And the T2 HQ is gonna be the next target. Blinching just doesn't have any AA available in here, as no flag, no nothing is available, so we can see that there is no response, as the Spectre gunships are ripping a new one to this T2 factory. As such, with no build power available, it seems like the forces, the naval fleet belonging to the Farmsletje, is gonna go and clean up the base belonging to Blinching. Now we also have a bunch of Riptides making it across the land, as they are gonna go and actually meet a really strong defenses from Blinching, who was expecting this kind of a play. As we can see, the T1PD, the Utaus, are gonna go and push them back. Unfortunately, the HQ have been killed off, as the T1 Seekers have been not built on time. The flag is also brought in, the skyboxers from Delhi. So it seems like all of the Spectre gunships have been killed off, but the problem is they already managed to go and clean up the wall base belonging to Blinching, so no build power is available, and as such, Team Delhi will recall from the battle. GG Wupe, as Team Farmsletje takes the win.